The internet is a rough place. If you are not prepared to be on the internet, you should not be here. You should not have a YouTube channel. It's a rough place, Tug, isn't it?
No, it isn't just like she joined up in the internet. She threw herself in the middle of a fray. She brought on some of the worst offenders that I have ever seen in this stuff. They said some crazy bullshit. She put out a press release for people. Press releases. She cannot say that I sat here and just non-biasedly listened to. So you put out fucking press releases.
Bullshit.
I noticed your website, by the way. You bring up someone's kids and all this. I noticed that you didn't do that with both sides of a lawsuit. You only did that with one side of a lawsuit. Because where are you going to talk about the almost 40 aliases? You're going to talk about what those kids had to say. Do you plan on doing any of that? Of course not.
Crazy.
It's so insane.
Look, ladies, don't do this to your lips, by the way. Stop injecting shit into your lips because you will look like a Muppet. That's the end result. You look like a Muppet. And it doesn't matter who you are. You keep injecting that crap into your mouth, you will look like Janice from the Muppets. It is what it is. All right. Here it is. Oh my God. You've got to be kidding me. And she sued George too. For what?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. For what? All right, so we got Legally Lips Plaintiff versus Jeremy Hales, Elephant Shoe LLC, Martha, John Doe, a.k.a. Ray Hip.
Yep.
I have no idea who that is.
We don't know who that is.
Is that Bone Crusher's real name?
That's what I wondered. That's what I thought when I heard it. I thought, man, is she still only suing his hip?
It's so bizarre. And John Jane Doe's 1 through 10. Okay.
Yeah, so she actually everybody that she wants to get mad about because they hurt.
She's just saving places.
Yeah, they're just placeholders.
So I'm sure that we'll be in there after tonight. That's
so ridiculous. You know what? Like I said, people that want to pull this shit, that's fun. I will make damn sure that if I expend money, that I will counterclaim off these people because they know that they filed this in bad faith. They have their own legal statements saying that all of the stuff that I'm doing is protected when it applies to other people. So I will make sure that they get hit with a due amount of fees for sure.
Yep. All right. So venue and jurisdiction. This is action for damages in excess of $75,000. The woman had 2 subscribers last week. Yeah. Where is she coming up with $75,000 in damages? What money was she making on YouTube? 0. She's not monetized. There's just no money. How does she figure 75 grand? Oh, by the way, what court is this? The Circuit Court of the 9th Judicial. So is this federal court? Yeah, I guess it is. Federal court in the Middle District, right?
She says, I make no money from YouTube, nor do I care about building a YouTube. You know, that's her own statement. So there's no money. So there's nothing. What is there to damage?
I don't know. Plaintiff is not a reporter. Well, that's weird. Why did she write 2 press releases then? And can anybody answer that? Why did she write 2 press releases if she's not a reporter?
Yeah, I'm curious. So what is that? Is that legal advice then? You know, I mean, you're not legally commentating when you put out the press release for those people and you field questions when you put your name and your email on it, telling them, you know, you want people to contact not you because of opinion. Again, it was noted as press release for.
So bizarre. If you're not a reporter, then why are you writing a press release? Is she PR? Is she being she's being public relations for the PR woman? Because didn't she write the press release for the PR of the neighbors? So the PR people needed a PR person. I think that's how that works.
It's so weird.
Plaintiff is not a reporter, nor did she ever seek to gain a significant following on YouTube. Her YouTube channel with only 7 followers was used to post interviews at the requests of acquaintances. Well, maybe she should be suing those acquaintances. Plaintiff earns a living by assisting her husband in his law firm with legal research and drafting by consulting with licensed Florida attorneys. Well, maybe she should stick to that instead of pretending to be a legal commentator on YouTube. Because what she's doing over there is not, she doesn't seem to know what she's talking about. Defendant Jeremy Hales is an individual believed to reside in Summit County, Ohio. Hales owns and operates a YouTube channel with over 750,000 followers where he regularly reports on lawsuits he files against various individuals, documents disputes he initiates with neighbors, and frequently disparages attorneys representing parties adverse to him. Okay, none of these things are illegal. First of all, if that's true, let's say it's true. Let's take it as true. None of these things are defamation. None of them are illegal. You can disparage attorneys all you want, especially if you're not an attorney. If you're not an attorney and you're not held to any ethical guidelines, you can disparage judges. You can disparage attorneys. You can do all of that. You can say that attorneys look like they have tufts of hair on the tops of their heads, hair island. You can say that a judge is corrupt. You can say that a judge is a jerk. You can say that a lawyer is a jerk. You're allowed to disparage attorneys. I don't know what this is supposed to be about, but this doesn't mean anything. So far, I got nothing here, including making fun of their appearance. Yeah, so
you're allowed to make fun of people's appearances.
So
shit.
Somebody get Volmet on the case quickly. Get him to get Flint versus Falwell quick. I want him to know. I want to hear from Volmet. Can you make fun of someone's appearance online? Read this with a straight face, you moron. Do it. Read it with a straight face and tell me that she's going to actually get something. You big jerk. Religious backgrounds. You can't make fun of somebody's religious background now? Really?
Well, their whole thing too, it isn't making fun of religious background. When you say, hey, you need Jesus, that's not making fun of somebody's background.
Nope, it is not. It is not. And other personal characteristics. Oh, you mean like that guy's big, huge schnoz? No, I news for you, lips. We can make fun of your lips. We can make fun of his nose. And there isn't a damn thing you can do about it. Not one. Nothing. You can't sue somebody for this. This is stupid. Hales' audience is primarily rural. How do you figure?
What does that even mean? Not only that, but you guys keep shitting on people that, again, they're rural. They live in trailer parks. I keep thinking,
because they literally, his clients literally live in.
They live in a mobile domicile. And have you ever listened to them? So it's like, holy shit! Are you kidding me? Oh my God, man. It just shows you some of these people, dude. You see them and you see them mask off. I mean, they really show you who they are.
Hales' audience is primarily rural with additional international reach. What? So rural and international?
How does that work? Rural, international? Like, does he only pick out like, I reach out to Scotland, but only the parts with the sheeps? What? I don't get it.
I mean, number 3, his content has led to injunctions for protection against various targeted third parties in which the defendant Hales and Martha Riss publicly mock unpublished videos. What?
What? That has not happened.
Wait a minute.
When has that happened? Injunctions for protection? Are you trying to spin?
So let me get this straight. Hales, George and Jeremy both have injunctions against Preston and Cook. Is that what you're talking about here? Because that's the only injunction that exists. There are no injunctions by various targeted third parties. There's only 2, and the injunction is against them. This is something. Okay, I gotta back up a minute because I'm gonna lose my shit. This is, again, she might as well have just posted, "Who's George?" Honest to God, that's what this is about. Who's George? She doesn't know what she's talking about. She has not researched this case. She does not know this story. And I can tell because she thinks that there are injunctions against various third parties somehow, or against Hales, I can't even
there
tell
is
you.
a Ohio protective order against Lynette Preston and John Cook. There are multiple violations. If you're trying the Florida game, they voluntarily dropped that because, well, amongst other things, it was such a calamity and a shit show with the judge that a writ came down, which if it would have come down and it would have backed Lynette Preston, you all would be falling all over yourself saying, oh my God, there's proof, horrible judges. But somehow in some way, it's not the case here.
So this is something that Lips put on her YouTube channel responding to someone. And she says, I'm open to hearing all sides. I did try to reach out initially to Megan Fox, but never heard back. You know why, Lips? You're not entitled to my time. You're not entitled to my response.
Wait, this is a person with
my time.
What'd you say, 2 subscribers before?
Yeah, 2 subscribers.
I'm supposed to platform someone with 2 fucking subscribers, first of all.
You're not entitled to my time or my platform, my audience, or anything.
Oh my God. Yeah, go build my stuff. So, yeah, because what?
No, wait. No, listen to this next sentence. The only reason I don't have more evidence for the counterside is because I haven't been provided it. You lazy piece of shit. Go do your own work.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be a retire lawyer. You're a retire lawyer. You know how to search case dockets. You know how to pull up case motions. And I've been through this case for a year. I've been in it. I've been researching it, reporting on it for a year. If you want to steal my research, I'm not going to make it easy for you to take it from me. If you want to go do your own, then go do it. Right now, this is lazy. This is lazy piece of shit reporting right here. You're not getting anything from me. This is the same shit that Vomit and Paint Chips tried to do. Tried to mooch off of this work that I did for a year, saying, we just want to know what the case is about. No, you don't. You want to steal my hard work that I worked on to use it against me. That's what you want. And that's what this person wants. She's not contacting me in good faith. She's contacting me so that she can turn around and try and make a buck on me. And you are not entitled to my platform, dear. You are not entitled to anything I have built. Go build it your goddamn self.
Indeed.
Then she says, so at this point, I am only forming an opinion on Jeremy as a leader. Leader of what? You don't even know who he is.
What?
What does that even mean?
I don't even understand what the fuck that is supposed to mean.
I have my channel. Tug has his channel. He and I do a show together every other day. Jeremy Hales has his channel. He does all of the things he does on his own. I have nothing to do with his channel. He has nothing to do with mine. Tug and I are back and forth on each other's channels. There is no leader here. There is just YouTube. There are just
only
people
chaos.
Who know each other.
What's up?
Yeah, right. Right.
Oh my God.
What? Again, she's just getting this from these idiots that she's talking to,
of
and
course.
they're telling her these lies, and she's just believing it. She's swallowing it whole. Hard not to swallow lots of shit with a lip, with a mouth that big.
Actually, there's a real conflict in this because she talked about at the beginning about her pal Volpe. Well, when she was having all of this stuff happen with the courts, she dropped multiple videos and tried to fundraise off of her. That's also part of it, as is his MO. He fundraises off of anybody that comes up. It didn't work out very well, but he did do a few videos and a few articles on her. He kept coming back to that. So, yeah, I would see a little conflict in this.
I'm really sick of people. I am really sick of people who want to use me for my platform. I am really sick of people who want to use me for my name and for their proximity to me. I'm really sick of that.
I noticed your name in the articles talking about her. It just he went back to God knows when to loop you into the conversation somehow when you had no longer had any connection to him. He
uses my name all the time to trade on who I am instead of building his own thing. It's all about using me to legitimize him. And I refuse to be used for that purpose. I do not legitimize you. I think you're a fraud and a hack, and you will not use my name to legitimize yourself, you piece of shit. Same for you, Lips. You don't get to use my name to legitimize you. And whatever this bullshit is that you're pulling on people, and whatever bullshit you pulled in Florida, and you got yourself in trouble with the licensing board, and you had all kinds of problems, and you were disciplined and blah, blah, blah. And then you decided to give up your law license so that you didn't have to go through with the trial. Well, that's on you. You're not going to use my platform to give people some kind of stupid excuse about why you failed as a lawyer. I'm sorry. You're not going to do it. You're not entitled to it. I don't have to give you my platform. And it's also my opinion that you're a failed lawyer. If you were not a failed lawyer, if you were a good lawyer, you would still be one. You would not have had a short career, a 5-year career. You'd be a lawyer. I know lawyers. They've been practicing for over 20 years. Those are good lawyers. You quit after 5 because the heat got too hot. I don't consider you a good lawyer, and I can say it. I consider you a failed lawyer. Now, if you think that ruins your reputation, you go right ahead and complain to somebody about it. Who cares? Because it isn't going to be me. Yeah, a lot. By the way, Lips has sent me a cease and desist already. We're not even finished with this show. I've got one. It's I don't even know if I should read this. It's so stupid. It has come to our attention you've been making targeted comments and creating content about Lips on your online channels. We've observed behavior, including ridiculing her appearance. Yeah, she looks like a Muppet. Encouraging others to take actions against her. No.
Encouraging actions. When did that happen? Again, I'm waiting for the apology for the revenge porn thing, though, for sure. Did you not mail that in?
And publicizing her recent lawsuit in a manner intended to incite harassment. That's absurd.
No, you said that people could cover. We are taking your legal advice.
Yes, you told us to do that.
Holy shit, you said. And I mean, again, I can quote you on this stuff. You know, you said everything. Remember, the guy you're talking about with Miltoast or 2L, that's a really good one. That person has said some horrible shit. And again, the mockery and stuff is A-okay. That's not the problem. The problem is when you start calling people PDF files and other things. That's where you get issues, you know?
Okay, God. I'm going to respond. Dear Dummy, your wife posted revenge porn of me on her YouTube channel. You might want to see to that before threatening anybody else. All the best. What an absolute asshole this woman
Opinions,
is.
Even harsh or negative ones, are not defamation. The Supreme Court has ruled there is no such thing as a false idea. I'm just quoting her. That's her.
This woman is absolutely unbelievable. I don't find this amusing. I find this to be really disgusting. Don't do this to people. You're going to get your ass handed to you in court. This is going to be hilarious. I mean, it's just absurd. It's absurd. You are not going to sue anybody for calling you a Muppet. And if you do, I will go to court. I will show the judge every single one of these pictures, and I will point to you and I will say, Your Honor, doesn't this look exactly like her? Because it does. She looks like a Muppet. How could you argue with such a thing? It looks exactly like this woman. This is exactly what the Zoom, the online court hearing is going to look like, by the way, just in case you were wondering. Don't be ridiculous. It's an opinion. It's protected. You cannot. It is parody. It is satire. No, in no way. We always say in this show, nobody should be contacting anybody. No one should be sending emails. None of that. All of our audience knows this. We don't go out of our way to contact people. And by the way, Lips, you went out of your way to engage me. You sent me an email. You contacted me.
That's actually true. You asked for.
I didn't contact her.
But
she went out of her way to play a disgusting video of me on her channel. She likes to talk about the person who started shit. That would be you, Lips. You went out of your way to contact me. You went out of your way to bring me into this. You went out of your way to come into a story that I am covering and made an ass out of yourself. You don't then get to turn around and go, oh no, the mean lady is making fun of me. Oh no, the funny lady who makes fun of people is making fun of me now. You got my attention. Are you happy with it now? What an ass.
Okay, so here we've got the Megan Fox letter. So this is a cease and desist, and this comes from the law offices of Michael Ferderigos. I don't know if Michael, this is going to sound weird. Like, I don't know if he knows who Megan is or not. But, Megan's a seasoned journalist and seasoned YouTuber. She's been doing this a while. You send a cease and desist to someone like Megan Fox, and it better have a real basis to it and a purpose. A cease and desist of stop making fun of me never has a purpose. It's not really required for any underlying state statutes or anything like that. It's just a letter. There's no force of law to a cease and desist. You can generally just make fun of them completely. So Miss Fox, subject cease and desist, harassment and cyberbullying concerning Leslie Ferderigos. Oh, says Michael Ferderigos, her husband, or wait, isn't? Now I don't know. People said that Leslie was trans. Let's I mean, you guys be the judge.
In my life where I have a standard, right? And that standard is this of God or is it not of God? And how do I define this standard? Well, if it's something that poses any bit of negativity,
that is some severe ass makeup,
encourages me to judge, it's not of God. But if it's something that
Skeletor looking
but pure happiness, it is of God, right? So that is a standard that we shall live by. And when we are questioning whether we
her lips are comically oversized,
something in a skewed light,
she's trying to keep the hair out, like the gravity is pulling my hair in.
Something that poses any sort of judgment, any negativity. Because in all honesty,
did she just say negativity?
These people
that is not acceptable in 2025.
Christian, and then they're imposing judgment. They're imposing negativity. It's like,
I like that. That was cool.
You're nothing but hypocrites. Like, don't you think that people that really have been in tune with this concept and in tune with God and in tune with all this realize that you're the one that is struggling, not us?
Yeah.
You're the hypocrite that are trying to sell the rest of the world on
I'm a lot of
that you
fun.
Found the answer. Right.
I'm a
and
fun
I can
guy.
Tell you my own family because there's many people in my own family that I don't speak to.
Me too.
I don't speak to my oldest child, and she wants to profess herself out there in society that she's this Christian woman, but she does nothing but judge. It's like you're a giveaway. For those that are really wise, we actually
that kind of runs in the Christianity line. Guys. Okay, so that's this person who has sent this cease and desist. So we needed some context there. And again, this is apparently allegedly over Megan calling her a Muppet, saying she looks like a Muppet. Wouldn't it be great as like she's not actually a Muppet? This is defamatory. So, dear Ms. Fox, it has come to our attention that you have been making targeted comments. Targeted comments? No, they were random comments. I just threw them out there, and you walked into my insult with your weird, ugly lips. And creating content about Leslie Ferderigos on your online channels. Specifically, we have observed behavior, including ridiculing her appearance, encouraging others to take actions against her, and publicizing her recent lawsuit in a manner intended to incite harassment. Look, I know Megan very well, and maybe she was ridiculing her appearances mildly. Encouraging others to take actions against her is not something that I've ever known Megan to do. In fact, she's tends to specifically disclaim that if she thinks there's any risk that people are getting the wrong message from her. So I'd vouch for her on that one. Publicizing her recent lawsuit. Well, sorry, lawsuits, it's not always fun, but the vast majority of them are public. And that's just how it goes. And we have to deal with that. In a manner intended to incite harassment. Gonna need a citation there on that one. What is a manner intended to incite harassment? Because that is to ascribe your own assessment of someone's motives to them as if it was the real motive. So I'm having troubles here with that one. Does this person have a micropenis? This conduct constitutes harassment. In what state? Cite a statute, you fucking weirdo. Oh, good. Here it comes. We're going to take a look at it. This conduct constitutes harassment, cyberbullying, and stalking under Florida law. Please be advised of the following. Everybody on Twitter is now under Florida cyber stalking, cyberbullying laws, obviously, because if you make fun of someone's appearance, you're fucking done. So harassment and cyberbullying under Florida law. Florida statute 784.048. We'll get this pulled up. Florida statute 784.048. Get a Kermit AI voice. I see skies of blue. We have the statute pulled up. I'm not going to pull it up on stream yet. I just want to see what they say first and have it ready. Florida statute 784.048 defines harassment as engaging in a course of conduct directed at a specific person that causes substantial emotional distress and serves no legitimate purpose. Yes, but the emotional the distress has to be reasonable. It has to be objectively reasonable that someone would suffer the emotional distress. And then it has to be specific that someone actually did suffer the emotional distress. Both of those have to be true. Like if you're a lunatic and you just suffer distress at the drop of a hat, that doesn't count unless the person has specific knowledge of your, penchant for suffering distress. Maybe you have a mental disorder or something, and specifically targets that, right? Targets to trigger that, with that knowledge. But that would be intentional infliction of emotional distress. It's a separate statute than this. So here we go. That causes substantial emotional distress and serves no legitimate purpose. That and is really important in these speech cases often because legitimate purpose is, newsworthiness, mockery. Free speech is legitimate purpose, and talking about people online, especially people who enter a public lawsuit against the Hales, which is highly publicized, there's a legitimate purpose in talking about them. Cyber stalking, as described in the same statute, includes engaging in a course of conduct to communicate or cause to be communicated words, images, or language through electronic mail or electronic communication directed at a specific person, causing substantial emotional distress. So again, we've got problems with this one right away. There's Megan Fox calling this person on a public broadcast a name doesn't direct words to that person. You immediately got an issue with cyber stalking. Good job, idiot. Criminal and civil penalties. Violations of 784.048 may result in criminal charges. Yes, criminal charges over speech, saying someone looks like a Muppet. Way to misrepresent the law, you moron. I hate attorneys like this. I fucking hate them. The one representing Monograph, like the knowingly attempting to use a legal action to suppress what is obviously legally protected speech. But we'll see about that whole Monograph thing really soon, I would think. Victims may also pursue civil remedies for damages caused by such actions. Yeah, find them. Show us the damage. Show us on the internet doll where Megan touched you. Demand to cease and desist. You are hereby instructed to immediately cease and desist from any further commentary, online posts, or other communications regarding Leslie Ferderigos that are harassing, defamatory, or intended to cite others to action against her. Here, let me help. Leslie Ferderigos is a fucking moron. And whatever dope, presumably its husband, sent this cease and desist, not ranking any higher. On the intelligence ladder, we're talking bottom rung morons. And this is kind of sad. You need to stop talking about her negatively online. You don't have a right to have people, to force people to talk positively about you or to stop them from speaking about you. You entered into a public forum on a public issue publicly. Like you did all of these things out in the open. Demand to cease and desist. Oh, yeah. Here we go. So stop doing anything that's harassing, defamatory, or intended to cite others to action against her. Well, that's easy because Megan hasn't done that so far. Continued actions of this nature will result in us taking all appropriate legal action, including but not limited to contacting law enforcement and seeking civil remedies. Pussies. We advise you to take this letter seriously and discontinue any and all harassment, both online and offline, directed towards Leslie Ferderigos. Oh my God! Look at that picture of her. What is that? Does she think that looks good? It's horrifying. I'm going to print that off and put it on a piece of paper, like in, make a mask out of it and torment my children when they lose their iPads or whatever. Just follow them around. It's a demon. Ew. Taking all appropriate legal action, including but not limited to contacting law enforcement and seeking civil remedies. We advise you to take this letter seriously and discontinue any and all harassment, both online and offline, directed towards Leslie. This is your formal notice prior to reporting to the appropriate law enforcement agencies. Hello, hello, police. There's a woman who went on YouTube and she said that I looked like a Muppet. What do you mean you don't know what you want me to do? Leslie Ferderigos, Esquire, retired legal research assistant and paralegal. Wait, so she's retired as an Esquire, so now she's a legal research assistant and paralegal? And then Michael Ferderigos, Esquire. So he's the big swinging lawyer now, and she is his assistant / researcher. Okay. That's fun. That's nice. It's good to see a power couple fighting the good fight. Civil estate law.